Welcome everyone, my name is Wardman. I'm currently over in heroic Blackrock Caverns, and I'm going to be showing you guys today how to DPS the second boss here named Corla, Herald of Twilight. This boss is very interesting. There's a little extra kind of effect for this boss where there will be 3 beams coming down from this petrified dragon that's being hanged up here behind me. And they're going to be going 1 to each one of these ads. Now this boss requires that you have prearranged 3 people to block these beams, because the beams are going to be hitting the ads, and what you need to do is just interrupt the beam and start taking the debuff. Now the debuff will continue stacking all the way to 100. You need to make sure you move out of it before that 100 mark. So a good mark that you usually end up doing is making sure it stacks to 80. So I'm waiting for it to hit 80, and now I'm moving. And the reason why I'm doing that is because that gives enough time for the debuff to wear off of the ad before I let the beam hit it. Now I'm going to wait, and as soon as the debuff wears off of me, I'm going to end up hopping right back in and taking that beam again. And if you look, the ad was at 80, so that's where the magic number is 80 on this boss. Now, if you are melee, you usually don't have to worry about the beams. This is usually something only ranged DPS needs to worry about, as well as if you're a healer or a tank or someone that's in the middle. But once again, I moved out at 80, and this boss is really easy as long as you're following that rule there of 80 and making sure that you only let the debuff stack to 80 on yourself as well as on the ad. If you end up making a mistake and the debuff stacks on the ad to 100, he will end up evolving into a big dragonkin guy that hits really hard, and a lot of groups have a hard time keeping the tank up as well as finishing off the boss, and it's usually a wipe for most groups. Now, if you accidentally stay in the beam too long and it turns to 100 on yourself, you end up evolving into the dragonkin, and basically it becomes a 2-point switch. You end up removing yourself from the fight, but you also end up adding an extra bad guy onto their team, so that's definitely something you want to avoid as much as possible. If you do mess up with the beam, the best way to mess up is simply let the beam go onto him too long. Once again, you don't want to be doing that, but it's a lot better than having yourself evolve. But that is basically the fight for the second boss here named Corla, Herald of Twilight in heroic Blackrock Caverns. It's really actually a simple fight. A lot of people have a hard time understanding it, but it's just all about interrupting those beams, moving out at 80, and then as soon as it wears off, walk right back in that same beam again. Make sure, though, that you aren't hopping in and out of the beams, because it'll just reactivate the cooldown on the boss, on the ads, sorry, and it'll basically guarantee that there will be an extra guy coming at you soon. But that is how you do this fight on heroic difficulty. Thanks for watching.